Good evening out there, all. How are you doing? It's good to be back with you again. Tonight was a spectacular night. Tonight was the Oscars for 2014. And if you didn't see the show, you actually did yourself a disservice. The show was really fantastic tonight. Um, Literally, I get. Oh, let me start by saying before I start running, my name is James Caldwell, and actually, I'm just saying this is actually part of my series. I'm just saying, this is my rundown of the things that I actually enjoyed about the red carpet and the actual live show of the Oscars for 2014. Ellen DeGeneres was the hostess for the night. Just fantastic. Ellen did a fantastic job, but we'll go back to that. Let's go through the red carpet first. On the red carpet, there was a lot of good mentions. I have some good mentions and some not so good mentions. Let's just go ahead and start with, and I'm going to actually mix in the red carpet as well as some of the stuff during the show. But my girl Lupita Nyong'o, she did it again. She came in and she rock socked the red carpet. She had a light blue. Uh, it was a décolleté, which works really really well on her because she has just enough um, top to pull it off and pull it off very effectively. It was draped in a beautiful light blue, and then just please say to the bottom, to the floor. I mean, just yards and yards and yards of fabric. She just looked gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. Um, I know I've said in the past about her hair being really nappy. Somebody must have grabbed her up and gave her an S curl or something and a little bit of grease because it was a little shinier tonight. Wasn't dry, wasn't as nappy. She had a cute little headband, little diamond headband on. It was a really nice little touch. But the dress itself was just fantastic. Like I said, yards and yards and yards of fabric. How can you actually go wrong? It was really, really gorgeous. She did really, really well with that. And it was Prada. She actually had stated that she got together with Prada and helped to actually design that look. She said it had a lot to do with the fact that where she comes from, she's from, I believe, Nairobi, Kenya. There's a lot of blue things around. So that was just out of sight. Also on the red carpet, and this is something that's actually strange. People don't generally do this. The host of the red carpet for ABC was Laura Spencer from Good Morning America. Laura was clean as hell. She had this beautiful white silk gown, a straight gown with a peekaboo in the bodice, and it had a gorgeous Egyptian themed kind of beading, very very heavy at the top, and it faded out a little bit as it went down, and then it literally came back in. It was a little heavier, very Egyptian looking. Just it was just a fantastic gown, really really fantastic. I really really liked it, and that was Lara Spencer from ABC's Good Morning America. Just fantastic. Um, Also out there was Lady Gaga. Now, we never know. We never know where we're going with Gaga. We never know. Gaga pulled it tonight. She pulled it. Gaga had on one of the baddest pink, fully beaded evening gowns. It just screamed pageant. It screamed pageant. It was just gorgeous. Tons of detail work. I had to double take on her. Her hair was right. The gown was right. She was just right. And then I looked at her shoes. Herman Monster. I like Gaga, but damn, damn, really. I wouldn't care what you say. A stacked platform heel will never ever go with a beaded gown. It just is wrong. It's just wrong. And the gown was by Versace. She screwed up the whole look with those dumbass shoes. But the gown itself was just gorgeous. She even had the nerve to have the chiffon sash around her neck. The look was perfect until I got to those damn Herman Monster kicks. I just couldn't do it. But I love you, Gaga, but you messed up there, babe. Um, let's see who else was out there. Oh, let me talk about this. Ellen DeGeneres actually changed clothes 3 times. She had 3 different looks that she actually had. And, black tux kind of thing, whatever, black and white tux. One was black and white, one was all black. Her second change was flawless. She had a white tux, flawless. It was very her. It actually had a feminine overtone to it, and it fit her very well. Ellen really looked good in that white tux. I loved it. I loved the second choice that she had. I loved it. Amy Adams was gorgeous and Gucci. Navy blue, strapless, fit was perfect. It was just very plain, very the 50s, if you will. Uh, Lovely train, just enough train, gorgeous. Amy Adams was gorgeous on the red carpet. By far for the night, Viola Davis had the best hair of the night. She had her hair side part, very soft waves, but it was done flawlessly. It was very soft, which is what really brought the look all the way over. And on her, for whatever reason, it looked, she had the best hair of the night. Her gown, not so much. Beautiful gown. It was a teal gown, beautiful strapless that had a point on one side, very asymmetrical. It had a little point on one side and it, a line to the floor. Really nice gown, but the bodice was too tight. So what it ended up doing, it was showing all of her, it showed her undergarment, and it was smashing her chest down, and it gave her boobs the lopside. It was a lopside. One was literally up and one was down. So that undergarment and the bodice fit through the whole look off. But by far, she had the best hair of the night. Kerry Washington, beautiful. She's actually expecting. Everybody knows that she looks absolutely gorgeous. But I haven't been liking her gowns this season too much. But this gown was really nice. It was a nice gown. Um, it had an umpire waist and it actually fell to the floor. Nice slit on the side in the front. That was really good. You can never mess with the slit on the side. That's always very sexy, and it works. She had on a beautiful pump, but the color of the gown was just drab. It was drab. It was some off shade of blue. It just was drab. I would love to see that dress again. Maybe not even on a person that's pregnant. It could just be on one of our heavier starlets. And just that same gown, I would love to see it done in a completely different color. Something in a maybe a royal blue or an electric blue or maybe even red. Something with a pop to it. I would love to see that on one of our heavier starlets, and I think it would be an excellent look. But that color just did not do it. It was just very, very drab, and I didn't really care for it very much. Something that really shocked me on the red carpet was Julia Roberts. Because Julia Roberts generally gets it right. Awful. It was awful. It was just a mess. I don't know, somebody seems to always do this on the red carpet here lately, but she is my nominee for American Horror Story Coven. Black lace, just depressing. It was depressing. Her hair literally looked like she did it on the car on the way over, and she was the one that was driving. Just didn't care for it. And I was very shocked because Julia Roberts, like I said, she usually gets it right. That just was not good for me. It wasn't good for me, Julia. Sorry, not tonight, babe. Um, let's go on to my best dressed and my worst. And I don't even have the distinction of male and female. I literally just have one of each. Um, and I have a runner up for the worst dress, which would be Whoopi Goldberg. Runner up for worst dress is Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm going to tell you, it was just awful. She did the black strapless dress, strapless gown, if you will, straight to the floor, had a train on it. The fit was just non existent. Then she had this white peasant blouse. The blouse was just too big. The cuffs were literally hanging over her hand. Just wrong. Just wrong. Then she lifts the dress up. She has on black and white striped tights. given very much Dr. Seuss. And then she had these ruby red slippers, high heels. And I know all of that. The heels went along with the whole that she was bringing on Pink for her performance. Just it was just awful. And the only reason that I did not give my worst dress to Whoopi is because we don't expect much more from her because she fucks it up all the time. So I wasn't even going to entertain Whoopi's bullshit with giving her my worst dress. Whoopi was Whoopi. It was a mess. Whatever. Move on. My best dress was actually Kate Hudson. I have to say it was Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson got it so totally right. She was wearing Versace with a Jimmy Choo sandal. Side swept hair was perfect. Her dress it was backless with a shoulder to shoulder draping that hung down right and swept right across her hemline. Flawless. It had the uh, very dramatic fluted bottom with a dramatic train. It was a bias cut silk gown with a real serious décolleté. And if you looked, you had to look. It was white. It's done in white. Just gorgeous. The fit was just perfect. But when you get up on it and you really get a good look, the whole dress was covered in beads and crystal. Flawless. Flawless. Kate Hudson, by far, for me tonight, was the best dressed person on the red carpet and in the building. It was just flawless. Um, I literally have to give the worst dress to poor little fella, Pharrell Williams. And that was his look that was on the red carpet. It was just awful. He did a tuxedo that had one button. It had shorts. It was a mess. And then the woman who he was on the red carpet with, she's standing there. She has on a pantsuit that's not doing anything for her. The two of them honestly looked like two very badly dressed people in a lesbian couple. It was just awful. He has those little stick legs, and they're just as bony, them little legs sticking outside of those shorts. And then he has scars on his legs. It was a mess. It was a mess. And the woman, I couldn't even focus in on her. She just was ridiculous. And when I'm looking at him, he just looked like a little bald headed bull dagger. It just didn't work. It didn't work at all. So that was a total mess. And now we're going to go ahead and transition right over into the things that I really, really loved about the show itself. Now, Pharrell did redeem himself because when I tell you that that little boy absolutely shut the place down with his performance of the happy song shut it down. I was like literally up and dancing and everything right along with him. He shut the place down. The performance was fantastic. He actually came out into the audience. He had all these dancers. He came out into the audience and grabbed and danced with Amy Adams. He danced with Lupita. He danced with Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep actually jumped up and danced. It was just a flawless number. Everybody loves the song, and I swore the song was going to actually win it for the year, but it didn't. But it is a good song. Pharrell, you've done a wonderful thing with that. But everybody knows he's like ultra talented, and he really did look. He looked absolutely adorable. He had on his little Adidas jacket, and he had these sparkly red tennis shoes. Looked just as cute as he wanted to be. So he redeemed himself from his red carpet because he truly fucked up the red carpet. It was awful, but he was good with the performance. Pink, her performance was I really liked it. I really liked it. Her look was gorgeous. She looked gorgeous. She had a red beaded ball gown. She had a ball gown and had a serious, serious décolleté. You know how pink goes. Serious décolleté. Totally backless. I loved it because it was still pink. She was doing tribute to the Wizard of Oz. Now, is her voice the best for that? No. She doesn't have a theater voice as far as I'm concerned at all. But I loved her presentation that she did because through all of it, she was Pink. She did not stray away from who she was. She did it the way that she would do it, and I thought it was flawless. The dress was just fantastic. Just fantastic. And naturally, she was platinum. She looked really good. I really enjoyed Pink. Um, the next thing that got me, Lord have mercy. Jennifer Lawrence, that poor thing, she's just as clumsy as she could be. She fell again out on the red carpet. She tripped over one of those orange cones and just splattered her ass down on all fours onto the carpet. But she's so cool. She's such a real girl. She was like, okay, whatever, next, what's next? And she just kept it moving. So hats off to you for being who you are, Jennifer Lawrence, you clumsy ass. I really enjoy her, and she's a flawless actress. Then Jared Leto's his speech when he won was another thing that was a highlight of the evening. He went into the speech and he talked about his mother and her struggle with raising him and his brother, and then he literally went into um, people who are different and have to learn to grow up different. And he touched on people that are living with the HIV and the AIDS virus. And then even he touched on with people that have a dream who are out there and striving to get this dream that are here and also outside of our country. The speech was just eloquent and literally brought a tear to my eye. So that literally stood out to me as one of the highlights of the evening. It really shut things down for a minute. I was like, wow, wow. Um, it was something else. It was something else. Um, Tweeting with Meryl Streep was hilarious. Meryl Streep and Ellen basically shut down Twitter for a little bit. She said, let's break a record. We're going to tweet a selfie and try to make it be the most retweeted child. It was exactly that. They broke a record. It was the most retweeted picture in history, and they literally shut Twitter down for a couple of minutes. So that was just fantastic. Um, a lot of fun, and then a lot of the stars that were sitting in the area actually jumped in on the picture. It was really really something to see. I really enjoyed it. Ellen did a great job hosting. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Wait. That damn crazy Ellen during her monologue. Now, everybody has a good spirit about the monologue because, they're always going to make fun and they're going to crack jokes and all that. Well, good old Ellen, I think she caught Liza Minnelli off guard. And she went on and she says, oh, you just don't know what I'm looking at here. I'm seeing out here. She said, I'm looking at just the best Liza Minnelli impersonator that I have ever seen. And she goes on and they flash the camera on Liza. Well, Liza, she got a look. She got a look, and she does look kind of like the drag queen version of herself. And she took it over the side where she said, you're just doing a fantastic job, young man. Just good job, young man. And I looked, and the look on Liza's face was like, wait a minute. She just wasn't ready for that. And she gave Ellen a look like, okay, little boy now. And I squalled. It took me under. I fell dead out. I said, oh my goodness. Ellen, just crazy. She did a wonderful job hosting them. You can't help but love Ellen. She's so real. They ordered pizza. She started serving pizza in the audience and everything like that. She really made it a really good show, a really interesting show. And I have to say, I think this is really the first time that I've actually just sat down and really watched the Oscars all the way through and didn't have to rerun things. I literally watched it. It was really, really entertaining. And like I said, I had a great time. If you did not get to see the Oscars tonight, you have done yourself a disservice. But like I said, my name is James Caldwell, and I'm just saying this was what I got out of it. These were my highlights, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So, again, I thank you for clicking on the video. I thank you for clicking on all my videos that you see and following me. And I enjoy talking to you guys. Feel free to leave a comment. I love to hear what you guys have to say. If there's something I missed, hey, put a comment. Love it. love talking to you guys. Love to see what you have to say. And I'm going to sign out right here, and I will catch up with you guys again really soon. Have a great night, guys.